So we're gonna do a little bit of Neuland calligraphy on some old newspaper using some cheap watercolor ink. I'm basically testing out letter sizes. Right now I'm just lining up the paper. I'm gonna go through the alphabet, see which ones work, which ones don't, and which nib sizes particularly will work for this. Because unlike most calligraphers, I actually just used ruler size rather than setting everything according to the size of the nib widths, because I find it just easier to use. So that's probably not the real way to do it, but yeah, that's me. I'm not gonna go through setting up a nib height and a height every time I want to do it. Anyway, so let's see. I'll probably kind of approximate. So this is about 3. Okay, so let's see how this works. I'm using some watercolor. This is pretty cheap watercolor, to be honest with you. As you can, well, that's not a good sign. Let's see. Take off that. Okay. Got rid of that. Yeah. Important thing is just, so let's see how. This is a manuscript nib. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we're getting that. Let's see how I like how it looks or not. Okay, so let's start here. Okay, so you can see it. Great. Okay. Yeah. The A is straight letters are usually not the problem. Let's see. C, D, I want one underline, M-E. On F. Okay, that. Yeah. G is always a problem, like that. G, H. That's one thing with this nib. Yeah. Alright, so that H. Good. Okay, a little bit flatter. Carry on. I. Pretty straightforward. J. Let's start over at K. Some of the watercolor may bleed into the other ones. L. Sometimes I will condense the letter forms. I'm not too exact. Could be. I tend to like the sharper edges, though, or a little bit rounded. And then this is a problem matter. This I try to do it like that. So I don't like the loose stroke of this, which is 2 edges bumping together to create that. I tend to try to get that even if the inner shape is not perfect, once I can get that, it almost feels like it's breaking apart. So when I have that space, so I tend to like my letters to kind of have that form to P, Q, I really don't worry about the Q too much. I can sort it out with the tail. R is my favorite letter. I just like that R for some reason. S is challenging as well. I tend to do the S's smaller. I have a problem doing this. If you can do it, no. Yeah, trying to go triangular with the S's. You know, I tend not to like this kind of S. I'll tend to put a curve on it. There's a reason I don't like that kind of S, but anyway, I might use it in some circumstances, but T, clean up that bottom edge. Let's see what the one there. U, yep. I hate the fact that sometimes some of these things they don't always grab the watercolor. You really have to make sure it's wet. Like you see here, this edge isn't clean as it should be. So sometimes the flow from the nib is not exact. W. X's, I like X's because I can go a little bit wild. I like to have a little bit of bounce in my X's, not a perfect X like that. And that's not a perfect cross, but I just like this one how it is. And that flows again, these nibs sometimes are problematic. That's how I like my Y. For Neuland, sometimes I'll do a lower Y, but generally I like a Y to be mid. Anyway, let's finish off with the Z. It is a Z. Yeah. Try to level that off. Yeah. Get that. Get a nice sharp edge on the C as well. Yep. Sometimes that's why you need a wet watercolor to kind of play around with the water to get it. This is gonna take forever to dry, but that's what it is. What is it I'm using here? So I'll just mark it down and use this as a study sheet somewhere. This is a manuscript. Just kind of play with writing. See what I said? It didn't fill up. Now it filled up. Manuscript. Again. That's why I don't like always using this nib. Again, see, it's really frustrating to use this sometimes. I don't know what the hell I can do to get it more. Okay. Manuscript. What is it? I think this is a no, I don't know. Let's say the third. again. I'm pulling it the tooth nib. Jeez, this thing is problematic. Yep. Yeah, just getting so. Yeah, so that's it. If you want to see another example, here is some more Newlands here. Again, newspaper. Here's an automatic pen that I used. I'm not resting it down, but and this one is I believe, I think it's one of these automatic pens. I think it's the same size as this, but I forgot the name. It's either what is it? Oh, I think I have it here. It's a 5. I wrote it down. It's a 5. So it's an automatic pen. It's a 5 like this kind of, but instead of these, you can see it's flat. So yeah, happy trails.